Well, welcome everybody. My husband Steve and I own our CruiseOne travel agency. It's also called Vacations by Suzanne in Sholo, Arizona, and we specialize in very personalized vacation planning. So who's ready to travel down under? That's what this whole presentation is about. And we're so excited to be going back to that wonderful part of the world. And we hope that you'll be able to join us for that cruise. Steve and I are avid travelers ourselves. We use the knowledge and experience that we get by traveling a lot to help ensure that we can give insider tips and firsthand experience to our clients. Like we use that experience to make sure that they have the best vacation. We plan a lot of group cruises. We do wine cruises, we do friends and family, and we do escorted groups. And we love, love, love sailing with our groups and sharing the travel experience with them. And we try to make sure that when we're on a cruise with our groups, that every aspect of the cruise is exceeding their expectations. So some advantages of working with our agency: I work on my clients' behalf. I have a lot of training experience in this industry, and I use that to guide my customer decisions. I always feel like there's a cruise line to fit every style and budget, all the way from the least expensive, starter brand to the most expensive luxury cruise. And I'll tell you the best kept secret in travel: your price will be the same, or in the case of these two cruises that we're talking about tonight, better, through my agency. The commissions that travel agents earn are built into the price, whether you use a travel agent or not. So if you're booking directly with a cruise line or not using a good professional travel agent like me, you're paying for something that you're not getting. I'm very easily accessible. You can text me, you can phone me, you can email me nearly 24/7. I do have to sleep sometimes. And of course, I work for you, my clients. And the best part is I get paid by the cruise lines. So quickly, to summarize our agenda for tonight, we're going to talk about the two itineraries, the New Zealand one and the Australia. We're going to talk about the ship, and I have Jansen Lagman from Celebrity Cruises on the call with us, and he's going to chime in and tell us a little bit more about the Celebrity Edge. And then at the very end, we're going to talk about our discount pricing for this cruise. So let's keep going. So these are the two cruises. You can do one or both. You don't have to do both. I have quite a few people that are just doing the New Zealand, but we kind of figure if we're going to be down under for that long, we should see Australia and New Zealand. And this is going to provide you the most comprehensive experience if you're able to do both. But either way, you will get to see Australia and New Zealand, because the New Zealand cruise ends in Sydney. So I have some folks that maybe want to just extend their trip a couple days in the Sydney area and then fly back home. So really two countries in one, no matter which cruises you choose to do. So here's a look at the Auckland to Sydney itinerary. It covers both the North and the South Islands, so you're really going to get that full New Zealand experience. Some of the places that are included: Auckland, Bay of Islands, Taronga, Napier, Picton, Wellington, Christchurch, Dunedin. And then we're going to have scenic sailing through Dusky Sound, Doubtful Sound, and Milford Sound. And then, of course, the cruise ends up in Sydney. The cruise starts in Auckland, and if you are a wine lover like me, one of the things you might consider doing, because there is an overnight and then a full day to tour in Auckland, would be to go out to Wahiki Island. And this is an island that's all wineries. They have a hop-on, hop-off bus. You can really, really enjoy the wines of New Zealand by visiting this area. After visiting Auckland, we're going to visit the scenic Bay of Islands. There you can visit some of the natural beauty that takes place there, but also learn about the Maori culture at the Waitangi Treaty Grounds Museum. There's also a cultural show, performances in a carving studio, a guided tour of the grounds, and so much more. So it really is a combination of both history and culture and the beauty of the Bay of Islands. Another opportunity to learn about the Maori and the Polynesian culture and visit the white sand beaches, and even see the Earth's Fury and the Hell's Gate geothermal area is in the Taronga area. So these are some excursions that you can take from the port, amazing things that you can see in New Zealand. Napier is right near the famed Hawke's Bay agricultural area, and it's known for its vineyards and wineries. There's a variety of things to do in Picton also, including a visit to a pearl farm. You can even take a train through the Marlborough wine country. So lots of opportunities to experience different aspects. If you are a Lord of the Rings fan, then Wellington is your chance to visit Hobbit Town, or you can enjoy maybe something like the scenic cable car ride, goes to a wildlife preserve, and you can see some of the endemic birds and animals of New Zealand. So whether you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, or maybe you're interested in learning about New Zealand's lamb and sheep farming, Christchurch has something for you. And if you are a wine lover, you have more destination wine experiences also offered in this area. I can't wait to visit Dunedin because I lived for 5 years as a teenager in Dunedin, Florida. Both cities celebrate their Scottish heritage, and this is your chance to visit the castles and the breweries, and there's even some unique wildlife in this area. One of my favorite parts of cruising is the opportunity to visit beautiful scenic sailing areas right from the deck of your ship. And this cruise does 3 in one day: Dusky Sound, Doubtful Sound, and Milford Sound. So that's our itinerary for New Zealand. I go through it very quickly because we have so much to cover. But if you want to go in depth with me, I'm glad to spend a lot of time with you and talk about the different excursions and things that are offered. So next, we're going to move on to the Australia portion. So with the first cruise ending in Sydney, you could either stay in Sydney or fly directly home, or join us for the second cruise where we get to see the southern part of Australia. The great itinerary hits really all the important southern cities in Australia and even Tasmania. So Tasmania is like a separate island, still part of the continent, but it actually, if you're counting unique geographic areas, Tasmania counts as one. And one of my favorite parts of departing Sydney is a sail away, and you can see the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge. If you're doing the back-to-back, or simply want to disembark and stroll around the dock area, you can do that too, because we'll have an overnight in Sydney at the beginning of the cruise. Hobart offers a lot of history. There's a lot of history in the area, scenery and wildlife, including a chance to go into the wild or maybe a nature preserve and see those famed Tasmanian devils. I hear that they're not really as fierce as their name makes them out to be. One of the things that I'm most excited about is getting to see kangaroos. When I visited Australia in 2018, it was just to Sydney for 3 days. And unless you go to a zoo there or go to a wildlife preserve, there are no kangaroos in Sydney. So Kangaroo Island is really going to offer me that chance to see some of these unique animals in the wild. And I don't know if you get as excited about kangaroos. I've only seen them in zoos, but they're one of my favorite animals in the zoo. Adelaide offers the opportunity to visit some of the Barossa wine region, or simply tour the town. You can take in scenic views. There's like a little river cruise you can do there. Lots of interesting things in Adelaide. Melbourne is another great opportunity to visit wineries, and you'll also see some of the really small marsupials known as wallabies. They look like little miniature kangaroos. You can also enjoy the highlights of the city in Melbourne on a river cruise there. I think I had them confused. Melbourne is the river cruise. Adelaide is the wildlife areas. So this cruise ends back in Sydney. And if time permits, I would recommend either way that you stay a few days, maybe tour the Opera House, take a tour out to Bondi Beach, or travel further afield with a flight to the Outback and maybe see Ayers Rock, or go up to Cairns where you can see the Great Barrier Reef. The Blue Mountain Tour, which you see, those are the Three Sisters, those little rocks, is one of the popular tours that can be done as a day tour from Sydney. So I'm going to invite Jansen to kind of chime in with me and talk a little bit about the beautiful ship, the Celebrity Edge. This fabulous ship was actually named one of the world's greatest places by Time magazine, and it truly is an innovative ship in every aspect. So the ship was introduced in 2018. It is a Forbes recommended resort at sea. Time, again, one of the world's greatest places by Time magazine, and it continues to win numerous awards since its introduction. So Celebrity is known for its amazing dining options and exceptional service, with menus that are created by Michelin-starred chefs and crew that are trained by the Forbes Travel Institute. Celebrity leads the way in food quality and service. So there's a variety of places you can eat. You can do fine dining in one of the 4 main dining rooms for breakfast, lunch at sea days, and dinner. There's quick service dining in Ocean View Cafe. It's open from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. every day. And then, of course, you have that great dining room waiter service and the sommelier service on Celebrity. The ship features 4 main dining rooms, each with a different theme. So you can dine around, or you can choose the same table, same waiter every night. The right side of the menu changes every night, but it is the same in each venue. So you can get that menu no matter which venue you go to. The left side of the menu is based on the theme of the restaurant. So there's 4 different left side menus, but they stay the same every night. So you can actually, if you're seated in the Tuscan Grill and you want to try something from the Cyprus left side menu, you just need to talk to your waiter and you're able to do that. Hang on, oh shoot. I'm getting a call and I think it's somebody that's trying to join the meeting. I'm going to have to send them to voicemail. I'm so sorry. The ship features 4 main, I already did the main dining rooms. Okay, I got distracted. I'm sorry. I should see my phone when I'm doing this. There's a vast array of specialty dinings on this ship. We have dined in the Fine Cut restaurant, the Rooftop Garden Grill, with the couple other places on there. There's just an excellent way, if you have a little extra onboard credit, to spend your money on the ship. There is also a wonderful world-class entertainment on these Edge-class ships. The money spent on the theater in 2019 by the parent company Royal Caribbean is equal to their first ship build in the 70s. So this theater cost more to set up than actually their first ship. And they have a variety of special effects, this 180-degree screen, and it's all to highlight the fabulous singers, dancers, music, and acrobats. They've made a huge investment in the theater experience on this ship. Okay, so just wanted to give you a little highlight of what the shows are like on Celebrity. They also have a variety of alternative entertainment venues. They have party bands, jazz bands, relaxing acoustic music. There's really something for every taste. And Eden is one of our favorite venues because they have these little mini production shows in that theater. And then they also have, during kind of happy hour, they have the Eden Acoustic Experience, where they feature acoustic music with singing and sometimes collaborations between the musicians. It's a really nice, unique experience. There's also a good time to be had in many of the venues on Celebrity. They're famous for their silent disco. And again, their feature performances, and they have theme parties like our ABBA sing-along party. There's a variety of bars on the ship too, both with standard drinks and specialty cocktails. So like the Martini bar features specialty cocktails in like every flavor martini that you could think of. And they even have a cocktail that's called the Forbidden, and it's served in an apple-shaped glass. The Edge is the first ocean-going ship to introduce the infinite veranda concept. This is our room from our December 2022 cruise. We absolutely love the room, and I'm going to show you a little video that's going to tell you more about the infinite veranda. But the one thing I want you to notice is how big the bathrooms are. They are a full 25% larger than most bathrooms on other celebrity ships.
We've replaced all of this structure with essentially nothing.
This engineering feat allowed for the creation of the new Edge staterooms with infinite veranda that are 23% larger than Celebrity's current veranda staterooms.
What I wanted to achieve here was to try and create lots of different experiences. I think in the Edge stateroom, when you walk in, you're going to know there's a difference. And for me, it was about coming up with sort of light bulb moment of creating the studio so that you could have these kind of glass partition doors that opened where you could actually then have your terrace as part of your living space. I think we created something unique in the cruise industry.
Okay, so this is the standard balcony cabin. This is the kind of cabin that you would get in a standard balcony, a concierge class, or an aqua class room. Again, it's 23% larger than the industry standard, and it is the most, I actually really love the fact that you can open your whole room to the ocean and you have that floor to ceiling unobstructed wall-to-wall window. There's larger bathrooms and more expansive desk space in these cabins. There's a lot of storage. And in the concierge class, you get a few more amenities. They tend to be on higher floors, in better locations, and they have more amenities like the snacks delivered in the afternoon, the dedicated customer service desk, and you earn 5 loyalty points per day instead of the standard 3 for the standard veranda. The aqua class. So I do have aqua class cabins at really good prices. The main feature of the aqua class is that you get the blue dining room. And that really is the best perk. It's a small venue, amazing staff, and highly personalized dining experience. So aqua class, I actually have a couple of these. I'll show you on the charts. I have one left that's actually the lowest price cabin I have. And it's only because we took those out early and we have a really good price on them. This ship also features a couple other cabins to suit every budget. They have inside cabins and they have these balcony cabins that are called porthole verandas. You can see there is that big metal circle around your veranda, but it is a true veranda where you can open the door, go outside and close it. It's not the infinite veranda. And of course, Celebrity is a huge innovator in the luxury experience. The suites provide you with very exclusive venues and amenities. The retreat class, you get the premium drinks and the premium Wi-Fi package. You get a butler team or a dedicated butler, depending on what class of suites you get. And of course, you have the Boumet restaurant, which again is your own special dining room, the Michael's Club, and you get suite-only embarkation and debarkation privileges. So now, now the part you've all been waiting for, our savings with our group rates. So I took out an allocation when the sailing was first released. So I have a limited number of cabins with these deep discounts over the prevailing Celebrity direct rate. Our discounted group rates include the all-included perks, which is the drinks and the Wi-Fi. Now, what you see over here is our per person contracted pricing. And I have one aqua class cabin left at this price. This is for the 14-day New Zealand cruise. So I have one left at that price. I have some concierge class, and then I have the standard verandas. Our group rates offer a savings over the direct all-included rates, and I'm going to kind of show you. So there is a $100 per person discount going on right now. So we would take this E2 price, take $100 off of it per person, and then we're going to compare that to the no perk, non-refundable deposit per person average with the BOGO 75. So This is $39.74.44. This includes drinks and Wi-Fi. This does not include drinks and Wi-Fi, and it's only about $100 less. So I can sell you this at this price, but this is really the better value because it's for $10.28 per day for the drinks and Wi-Fi. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. And if you compare that to the all-included non-refundable deposit per person average, this is if you booked with Celebrity Direct today, you would pay $46.91 per person. So it's quite a bit of savings. And our group rates have refundable deposits. So if you're a little nervous about putting $900 down because you want to be able to get it back up until 90 days before sailing, your $900 deposit is completely refundable. For the Australia cruise, you also can take $100 off per person. And again, here is the rate based on the C1 in this example, because I have 2 cabins at this price. This is my best price. So with $100 off, it's going to be $27.86. The no perk, non-refundable per person average with the BOGO 75 is $23.92. So, there's about a $400 difference, but it's drinks and Wi-Fi for $45 per person per day, and you get a refundable deposit. So it really is, it's a savings over this. You get the refundable deposit, and it's the best value. Now, if you are a no perk kind of person, absolutely, I can sell it to you at this price, and you can be part of our group. Just this price here is the best value. And there's more. There's more. If you book both back-to-back cruises, you'll get $100 off the New Zealand sailing and $50 off the Australian cruise. And we want to make sure that you kind of know about our other groups that we're doing. So we're just going to highlight a couple of our other groups that we're doing. We've got some extended ones on some other cruise lines. We've got some Greek Isles with Celebrity. We've got 2 escorted groups. We have the Australia, New Zealand that we're doing. We're also doing a Liza Minnelli tribute cruise in December at a very, very good price. And then we also do some river cruises. So we have one doing the Douro River in Portugal in June. We've got the Rhine and Moselle with Luxembourg, Germany, and the Netherlands. We call it Castles, Vineyards, and Brews, and that is in September of next year. And we also have discounted on some river cruises in September and October. We're also doing Bordeaux in 2025 and a Gems of Eastern Europe also in 2025. And that one with Gems of Eastern Europe is going to be wine themed. And of course, Bordeaux is always a wine themed cruise. Now, if you need to sail to another destination or a different date, have no fear. CruiseOne is a recognized national account with Celebrity, and that means we have access to discounted pricing on thousands of cabins. I mean, literally, we have a list this long of other cruises that we have cabins. Those are our headquarters groups that I can book into. I don't actually manage that inventory, but I can take advantage of that pricing and give my clients some great discounts for cruises if this particular one doesn't work for you. So recapping our presentation, we have to book by March 14th for the up to $200 savings. You get the extra savings if you book back to back, and you get the risk-free refundable deposits. So up until 90 days, your deposit is refundable. And our group rates include beverage and Wi-Fi. Plus, there's more. If you are one of the first 10 bookings after our presentation to book by the 14th, you're going to get an extra $200 onboard credit for balcony and higher categories. So we actually threw that pretty quick. I'm really proud of myself. I'm sure you have lots of questions because I did try to go through it very quickly. So I'm going to open it up for questions and comments. I'll go ahead and stop the share so I can see everyone.
Nancy, you got anything you want to add there on the Edge or Celebrity stuff?
Yeah, I think it's actually the perfect pairing. for both the destination, which is Australia, New Zealand, and this is truly, in fact, the first year that the destination of Australia, New Zealand area has welcomed our award-winning and brand new Celebrity Edge series. So we're very, very excited, and to present such a wonderful destination and pair that up again with an award-winning ship, which, by the way, each cabin in that ship has a king-size bed. So that's not just the bathrooms are bigger, but from interiors all the way to our top-tiered suites have king-size beds. In addition to that, if you're not aware, our Celebrity Edge series was actually designed by architects and designers that have never taken part in a ship build before. And that was purposeful because we really wanted to change the perception of what a cruise ship should look like. And new to Celebrity, oh, look at that gorgeous shot right there.
Oh, wow.
Going into Australia.
Right in Australia, absolutely stunning. And you'll notice as soon as you board the ship that it really feels truly modern, with floor-to-ceiling windows throughout, open concept, higher ceilings, and of course that star rated by Forbes Travel Guide service that we're so proud of. So thank you so much for your partnership, Suzanne. And just so you know, I think she's being humble. Everybody, if you didn't know, Suzanne is actually a top producer for our Celebrity brand and is by far my favorite celebrity expert of all time. So you are in terrific hands. And I thank you, Suzanne and Steve, for your partnership. And everybody else, I hope we can welcome you on board with these amazing offers on board Celebrity Edge.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jansen. Thank you. Is there anybody else who has a couple more questions or comments?
You will need to unmute yourself if you want to ask a question. So
Well, how many of us have sailed on an Edge class ship? Linda and David, you have a couple times. Yeah. So, and Jansen, you have. Well, and there's a couple people that are here for the presentation that are going to be joining us on our wine cruise in April. So the 427. Yeah, Glinda and Carl and Lori. So we're super excited. Oh, and Audrey too. So it's going to be a nice cruise. Terry, you're coming too, aren't you? Yep. Okay. All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and end the record? Yeah, well, sometimes people are shy because we're recording. So let's end the recording.